And we're underway. Both runners starting at Link's house getting 20 rupees. And Sailor Jade's just noping out and probably going to head to Sanctuary. Finding a piece of heart in Sanctuary chest. It looks like Sailor Jade will be heading towards Kakariko. Meanwhile, Dr. Marty has given us a look at the uncle checks here. Finding 20 more rupees on the uncle. And he's also going to get his first sword. So he might be heading right to the front of Hyrule Castle. Sailor Jade's finding a potion on Lumberjack Ledge. So there's a small percentage that may be required. And Sailor Jade's only finding 10 more arrows in the Darkwood. And Dr. Marty's finding the mushroom in the boomerang chest of the front of Hyrule Castle, and Sailor Jade's giving us a look at Blind's Hunt in Kakariko. Everybody loves a good fetch quest. So Sailor Jade's getting 2 pieces of hearts, finding our power glove, and a cane of Samaria. And with no bombs, cannot bomb the back of Blind's Hunt. And Nitro is now joining me for a co-com. Hello, Nitro.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Oh, you know, just hanging in there.
We were solo, so I figured I had nothing to do this afternoon, so I figured I'd join you with some randomizing.
Well, I appreciate that, as Sailor Jade's finding a bottle, a moon pearl, and the bug net in the well. So that bottle that was on Lumberjack Ledge is now pretty much not required, or basically is not required.
What a sad day for that bottle. It'll just sit there forever.
I was kind of hoping that was going to be a bottle fetch quest.
And then for 5 rupees makes it even worse.
And Dr. Marty's getting the news of the bottle on Lumberjack. It looks like Sailor is going to buy some bombs here. So yeah, Nitro, I don't know what you've seen of the race before you came on.
So where was Glove and Samaria? I missed that.
So Glove and Samaria were in the back of Blind's Hut. Well, or in Blind's Hut. And the first
Dr.
sword
won't miss that.
Yeah, and the first sword was in the uncle chest.
Oh, nice. Okay.
going back with those bombs, Sailor Jade's only getting those 20 rupees.
Dr. Mario, forgetting he didn't have the bottle just yet, so we'll go get that 5 rupees shortly.
And Sailor Jade's going to get that bomb with wall Blind's hideout here. And a fetch quest, a shovel.
All right, well, it's better to get the shovel here because you're closest to the dig spot.
Yeah, it's easy to route that in. Whereas if you get in the Dark World, you have to go get it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, bottle vendor giving you a positive return on investment today.
That rarely never happens.
I would easily trade $100 to get 300. Sure.
And we had a quick map check. I saw 2 crystals on Eastern and Hera and a pendant on Desert. I'm not sure if they were red crystals or the green pendant.
It looked like a red pendant to me, but it was such a fast check, and I didn't see any red sparklies on the other side. So for the moment, we'll have to say crystals and 1 pendant. Sailor obviously saw something in the race game he wants.
Yeah, you're going to want that probably.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want that medallion.
And looks like Sailor Jade's headed toward the dig spot.
And then he can ride in South Shore from there with that glove.
It's gonna be something nice.
Yeah. Oh. Well, with Eastern being a crystal, certainly that is required in this seed. So we don't know where Silvers will be.
Yeah, as a runner, I'd be going there probably right after some.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have swimming.
Yes, we can swim. So normally I would ask you, before the race starts, what you expected from this seed. Are you expecting or wanting to see anything from these runners or from the seed?
I wouldn't mind seeing a straightforward seed, since the last 2 I've commentated on were really mean in really mean ways. And I think one of them was with you.
Yeah. Sailor Jade getting some powder.
That is a really good item to find early, especially when you have such little health, especially going into Eastern Palace where there's the anti-fairies. That's a really big item to get early. And it takes fake powder out of the mix, which was going to be my next question, if anyone was going to potentially fake powder. But now there's no need for that.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that Mushroom was in the Boomerang chest of Escape or of Hyrule Castle.
Sailor having a little bit of hard time with these mini Trolldorn.
Yeah, they're never fun to shoot with the arrows.
No, I try to stay away from that. Also a nice thing to get half magic. And we have
And some
Dark World
health.
access.
And we have Dark World access. And, oh, well, there you go.
You know, if you find the ice rod inside of Ice Rod Cave, I'm sorry, the fire rod, do you go into Ice Palace?
That's an interesting question. I guess it would depend if it's a crystal or not.
Well, yeah. But
I mean,
because you're
can't
given
really
almost everything right off the bat to get there.
you can do everything except get to cold.
Right. So you need to find the hammer, but I mean, it just makes it like an interesting thing. When we had that seed a couple of months ago, I think, where the hammer was in Pendant Misery Mire.
Yes, I do remember that seed.
So I'm just saying that, you know, seed gives you everything you need to do, almost everything you need to do Ice Palace. If you find the fire rod, do you go there? Or Bombos, I guess, in this case. But then Sailor would need to find a sword.
Yeah, at this point, I'd probably just go to Eastern.
Fair enough. And it looks like that's where Dr. Mardio is headed.
And for some reason, my push-to-talk delay was really up, so I turned it down now. Hopefully, I'm not cutting off as much now.
Nope. Seems fine to me. Alright, so Ice Rock Cave has 10 sticks. Let's see what Sahashala has. Oh, so we do know Green Pendant is Ice Palace, which makes it another interesting statement there. That answers part of our question of whether it's a pendant or not. And unless Sailor finds a tremendous amount of money in the waterfall cave, will not be able to get Zora's item.
Yeah, I would have went to Eastern first to get those rupees in the dark room.
I think I would have done the same. Especially the seed has not been generous with money so far.
What is on the ledge today?
This
Just
is
some
from-
bombs.
Well, there's our Master Sword.
So odds on that's probably going to be Sailor Jade's first sword.
Yeah, it looks like that.
I mean, she's going to give us a escape check.
That's really actually not a bad idea. Check the back. She doesn't necessarily know that there's no sword there, so not a bad idea. Just check it. And there is our fire rod.
So it was a good check overall.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the idea to go to Eastern is probably there. Or she might full clear the escape first and then go to Eastern.
Well, she will be getting her first sword then. And her mushroom fetch quest. Dr. Marty taking on these dark rooms like a champ here.
easiest to do, especially with Master Sword. So Sailor going through the escape sequence now. And Dr. Mario gonna finish off Eastern Palace here.
Yeah, Sailor Jade's going through the right side that you rarely see. I always tend to go to the left side.
Yeah, I would too. And this room isn't as hard as people think, because if you look at what Dr. Mario did, basically was put an arrow into that Igor first, so you can see where he is, and then when the arrow moves, you just shoot it with another arrow.
Well, that's not the true boss of that room.
Yeah, exactly.
The true boss of the room is that pot trying to get to the door.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But once you do it a couple times, it really becomes... It's the dark rooms in Mire that are just a pain.
Mire and then pot as well.
Yeah, Pod's not easy either. Alright, so it's time for Dr. Mario to play Ring Around the Armos tonight. And down they go. And
Got ourselves a piece of heart.
Sorry, 17 minutes and 10 seconds. Dr. Mario strikes first with crystal number 1. With that fire rod, Sailor's gonna go check Dark Cross.
Yes, especially now since it's in logic.
Yep.
Yeah, she picked the key up in the front. That's correct. I was like, she could have done it before, but...
And there's so...
Well, Dark Cross was definitely worth it.
Absolutely. And her Armos fight will go much faster than Dr. Mario's did.
As well as many other bosses.
Yep. Looks like Dr. Mario's gonna go save the old man and get that check. Oh, puppies!
Yes, they like to bark a lot.
No worries, I have 3 cats and I'm surprised they're not meowing right now.
They're telling Dr. Mario to go get his silvers in Dark Cross.
It certainly is a possibility. Alright, so he successfully rescues the old man. And gets the hook shot for his efforts.
Well, that gives us Eastside Death Mountain, both light and dark one.
Yeah, absolutely.
His only unfortunate part is he doesn't have the fire rod, so he can't complete Hera.
Yeah.
Full clear, at least.
Full clear, yep. And there's Ether. And 50 bucks inside.
That's right, logic schmogic.
Yeah, definitely logic schmogic. Who needs the lamp? Alright, so the other pendant is at Pod. I didn't see where the 5-6 crystals
Five
were, but
six were
turn
at 5-6 were at Swamp and Skullwood.
then that would officially kill any chances of an Agaseed at that point, because then the hammer can't be locked behind Pyramid Fairy. I mean, there are ways to get around that too, but that would be the last chance.
Yeah, chat's saying that Marty can do Hera with the Hera pot, but you
Oh,
never
he
know
can.
what's going to be in the basement. Well, if we'll need to in the basement.
I'm sure he's hoping not to.
I'm not neglecting Sailor, but they've got their Master Sword and is now making their way through Eastern.
Oh no. Okay, well.
Well, there will be.
Yep,
Well,
there will be an item in the basement.
Just trying to remember what was in Compass Chest.
So the map was downstairs.
Okay. So yes, there will be an item down there.
Yep.
Getting a little prize there for taking down Troll. But the real question is, will that basement chest have any? As Dr. Marty's heading over to the east side of Death Mountain. Dr. Marty's gonna check out Super Bunny Cave first. And we'll probably mirror when he gets to the top. As Sailor Jade makes their way to the back of Eastern. And it's a little easier with that fire rod to be able to see what you're doing. And looking at Turtle Rock here, it's ether to get in. So we have that. We just need the hammer to open up that portal. And just a shield on Floating Island, so that's probably going to be left there for all eternity. As Sailor Jade is taking very easy care of those Armos Knights. Yeah, 300 roops and a piece of heart in the bottom of Paradox Cave. Or is it the top? Because it's a paradox. And he's also getting a full heart container, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, another bottle, and a piece of heart. So Paradox Cave is pretty low key today. is... Oh, he's... Okay, he's... It's like, where's Dr. Marty go? But he's taken the intended route, not the bomb jump route. Bomb scale.
I've actually found it easier to do that bomb jump with a Master Sword, personally.
And he's gonna head into Hookshot Cave as Sailor Jade makes their way up the mountain. About to get their hookshot as well.
So I'm thinking, to try to keep everything in logic, either Zora has the lamp or Zora has the flute.
Yeah?
Well,
as Dr.
'cause
Marty picked up some blue mail. Sorry.
so I'm just trying to think what else could get them up the mountain. And it's either the lamp or the flute. And so we don't know where either of those are at the moment, but we know so far that the lamp is not on Death Mountain yet. So that kind of leaves two items to get us up here. And without a hammer, it could be, although you did get the Titan's Mitts early, so it could still be the Dark World. But just my thought of how do you get up Death Mountain is I think Zora, but I don't. That's just a guess. Zora could just have nothing and then it be in Thieves Town or something. And Sailor are also going to have that, is going to be at a full clear Tower of Hera with that fire.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what is in the basement. And whether that'll give Dr. Marty some trouble.
Unless it's not the ice rod, I think he'll be okay.
Because that is going to be a last location if it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if Marty forgot about the back of Escape.
He might have.
Because he already did the front, so in his mind he might think that he's already done it.
There's access to desert.
So yeah, finding some literature, as well as Ether and Bombos checks.
Yep, and he's gonna eventually have to go back there with Skull Woods being a crystal. And of course TR.
Just some more little pieces of love in C-shaped house. Sailor Jade is taking on Troldworm here. And takes him down.
So let's see what's in the basement, number one. And number two, what is in Thieves Town? So far, there was nothing in Village of Outcasts that seemed important. She is not going back in for that basement.
Interesting.
I don't know how I like that or not.
I know, I would have definitely, it is definitely a gamble. I would have definitely checked it because I know the next time I come here probably won't be until Turtle Rock.
Yeah, exactly. And that's. And you have the fire source.
Not a whole lot in Thieves Town yet either.
No. And so far we have not seen that small key yet. So as of right now, that other chests will remain locked, and hopefully, for Dr. Mario's sake, with the small key in it.
Dr. Marty's making a... Oh, I jinxed him. So it's making easy work of Hellway there without the boot.
Yeah, that is not an easy thing to
Commentator's
do.
curse there.
Yeah, I'm blaming you on that one.
How many times when you played this game vanilla as a kid that you always got the chest but always forgot to bomb that? Or just forgot to bomb the attic?
More times than I would care to admit.
And then when you have blind, they're like, oh, I forgot to bomb it.
Yeah, actually, I had no idea that was what you were. When I was a kid, I mean, before the internet and stuff, obviously, I had no idea that's what you were supposed to even do. Because the maiden says, take me outside. So I tried to do that. And then had no idea that that was what you were supposed to do with blind. None. It took me the longest time to figure that out.
So I guess this is the moment of truth here.
All right, so that's a good thing for Dr. Mario. So the small key will be locked inside the big key chest, because I'm almost positive blind cannot give you the small key.
He cannot, or she. She cannot.
She can.
So Sailor Jade's checking this fetch quest here.
And as long as Dr. Mario keeps blind on script, will be an easy fight. Just a couple bombs.
Just a few bombs, yeah.
I know he'll lose his portal potentially, but does he check magic deck?
Maybe.
All right, so Sailor does have the money for Zora. Let's see if Zora has the flute or the lamp, or if it's somewhere in the dark world.
Looks like we're gonna have some digging fun.
So dig in and then world tour for the frog. So 10 sticks for $500.
That is a bad return on investment.
$20 for digging. Where is Sailor going? Oh, she must be going to Agina's. Harpy's on the ledge. And so Dr. Mario decided not to do Magic Bat. And just triple bombs inside of Gina's hut. And there's our tempered sword from Stumpy. So no Master Sword shenanigans today. Okay, now where's Sailor going? Sailor looks like
an Aga play.
Aga won. I'm kind of confused about this though, but it doesn't have access to the east side. So maybe this is actually not a bad idea.
Don't they, with the flippers?
Oh yeah, flippers and hookshot. Yep. So I'm definitely even more confused than I was 10 seconds ago. I'm gonna get a combo.
So our tracker's pointing out that her personal trackers misticked the Moon Pro, so she doesn't think she has the Moon Pro. So didn't she check Dark Death Mountain?
Oh, and she also doesn't have the lamp. Okay, so I'm giving her even more props for doing this because there's no way I would be going running the tower in the dark.
But she should know this is out of logic.
Yeah. Yep. That's unfortunate.
Meanwhile, Dr. Marty's heading in to check the first chest of his, or the vulnerable chest of it.
Yep. Because that's all he could do without the hammer. And I don't know how I like this idea either. Because it's one chest versus pod or somewhere else where you can check a lot more. And he is stopped. And unfortunately, Sailor is wasting a lot of time in Aga Tower. With no lamp. She's almost done though with the dark part.
And my dogs are hyped for Hype Cave, if you can't tell.
Oh, so far, piece of heart. That's pretty hype. All right, there's red mail. Heart container. Another heart piece. $20. Give that a 1 out of 10. Maybe 2. These runners don't need red mail.
Yeah, probably 2.
So, Sokol, how many blue balls on this unnecessary Aga play are we going to get?
Well, hopefully for Sailor Jade's sake, it's only 2.
Yep. I'm hoping
and
for...
not 12.
Yeah. Or 15. That would be terrible. All right, Aga, play nice. And then she's also going to have to really be aware of her save and quits with defeating Aga 1. Because with the mirror, she's going to always spawn in the dark world.
Correct.
All right, so there's 2 reflected shots back of the 6. And there's the first blue ball. And the second.
That's a lightning.
There's shot number 3. 4.
How bad is she gonna feel when this is over and it's not the bunny spray?
Very. And very far behind, probably. But little does she know, even with this Aga play, without the fire rod, Dr. Mario is still kind of behind. All right, so down goes Aga 1 for Sailor, and there is no bunny sprite, so she probably feels extremely far behind now.
Was that the menu check to see, oh, I have the Moon Pro?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Dr. Marty's side, we have Pod. And the big key.
I like this play into Pod. And she probably just updated her tracker. So she's going to check Catfish.
You know, Dr. Marty's just finding some keys in the Bullock side of Pod.
Alright, what does Catfish have today? Just a heart container. And she did something I definitely would not have done. I would never run Aga in the dark. But she did have the fire rod, so it makes it a little easier, but still, that's a gutsy call. And there's the first shield.
Well, second shield, technically.
Technically, yes.
So at least we know we won't be getting the lag shield.
Right. And there's Boots. Dr. Mario making easy work of the dark maze.
Yeah, I definitely need to have that map up when I'm doing it, so I have something to look off of.
All right, so Sailor looks like she is headed towards Skull Woods.
And at this point, Chad is bringing up the question: where can the lantern be at this point?
There's the ice rod. I mean, it could be in Misery Mire, if the flute is available, I suppose. It could be...
Could be here in Skull
Hera.
Woods.
It could be in Skull Woods. It could be in Hera, the basement, because you have the fire.
True, but then you need the flute to get there.
Oh, true.
And Dr. Marty's leaving since he can't go to Helmsford King. And chat's bringing up that he does have an item, even though he is a pendant.
Well, with those boots, he can do King's Tomb. Also,
And he's finally going to get his fire rod.
yep. They'll probably go get the silvers right now too. Dark Cross.
That he will. Sailor Jade's dropping down to their Mothra fight. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to Thieves Town next.
I wouldn't either.
And down he goes.
Too bad they don't have the book to read the pedestal.
Yeah, that would be convenient. And just those 10 arrows and bonk rocks. Now, the lamp could be in desert.
I was gonna say it could be in desert, it could be a nice
Agina.
or no, it can't be in Agina. I think Sailor checked that. I don't remember what was there.
Oh.
It could be in Misery Mire. It could be in Turtle Rock.
Everybody loves lamp in Turtle Rock.
Yep.
Which means we should be finding the flute then, if that's the case.
Yep. And then there's that one chest in Tower of Terror as well.
That's going to be a big yikes if that is progression.
Yep. Now, Dr. Mario can check the pedestal, so we'll find out whether or not it's a ped scene or not pretty quickly here, if he decides to go that way. I mean, as long as you're in Skull Woods, it's kind of just like peace of mind. You might as well check it.
I mean, I don't know what it could be. It can't be flute. Well, it could be flute.
It
Which
could be
means the
flute.
lamp would be unlockable somewhere.
Right. So it can't be hammer. It could be flute or the other medallion for Misery Mire or Bombos. I think that's it. So there. So now we know where all four swords are.
Oh, I missed where Dr. Marty picked up his temper. Was that in Pod?
Oh, that was in Stumpy had the.
Oh, Stumpy. Okay.
So that fourth sword is locked behind the cape.
And it can't be the last medallion because Jade has all the medallions. And
Oh,
she...
so then yeah, it can only be Flute then. I missed where she got Bombos, but so then it can only be Flute.
There it was.
There are Bombos. So again, I mentioned Ice Palace, Green Pendant, Ice Palace, because we had access to it so early, except for small parts of it. But I'm wondering if that's where progression is now, because the game gave us information on that pretty early.
I mean, it's kind of a gamble going in there without the hammer.
Yeah. But is it more of a gamble going in there without the hammer, or going into Swamp Palace without the hammer? Which is what Dr. Mario did. That's really the $1 million question that I can't answer.
So, what to check? So we have that basement chest in here.
Yeah, we have the
We have
basement
Ice
chest.
Palace.
Yeah, we have all of Ice Palace.
Other than
We
Cold
have
Desert.
Desert. And then we have Ether.
Ether Tablet and Bombos Tablet.
Yes.
And Smith Chain. Did we see Smith Chain yet?
I believe Dr. Mario did all of that.
Marty did Bombos and it was junk. Okay.
Yeah, I believe he also did the Smith chain as well. And he's about to find out where the fourth sword is. And I'm sure he will not get it.
I mean, once you have temper, you really don't need that butterscotch.
Yeah, yeah. So on to King's Doom now.
Have we seen Graveyard Ledge?
Nope, we are about to see it now. Graveyard Ledge and King's Doom. Just junk.
Just some money.
Well, Dr. Mario also has Zora. He doesn't know that there's nothing there, but we do. And again, Graveyard Ledge is kind of out of... Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I was going to say Graveyard Ledge is kind of out of logic because we need the lamp to get to the boots. So
true. Looks like Dr. Mario is going towards Catfish here and the Zora checks.
Yeah. And nobody checked Magic Bat either. That could have the hammer. Because we do have the mirror. And it's so rare to see a seed like this where the hammer is just the last item that you potentially found. And it locks so much of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to think that hammer may be in Hera basement.
It very well could be.
So then you still need to find the lamp or the flute.
Yep. Which again brings me back to Ice Palace. Because we had access to it so early. And I'm wondering if that is where the lamp is to get us up.
Yeah, that would be ugly in that first chest right there.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. Or the hammer was there.
So yeah, lamp or flute has to be, I guess, in Ice Palace or Desert.
Yep. So let's see. It looks like Dr. Mario is going to head to Desert, potentially. Yeah, it looks like he's headed to Desert. And I think for Sailor Jade, who had a larger lead at one point, with doing the Aga play, needs to find the hammer first. So I'm curious if she's going to check Magic Bat.
Yeah, I mean, that's some logic too.
And the answer is no. So neither one of them have done Magic Bat. Neither one of them did Hera Basement. And Dr. Mario's heading into Desert Palace.
So will this be the answer?
Well, we're kind of running out of location, so... So Sailor gets her Tempered Sword.
And as we're encroaching on the 1 hour mark here, just want to encourage everyone watching to give these two runners a follow, Dr. Mario and Sailor Jade, as well as myself, Soko2044, and Nitro, for being your commentators, and our tracker as well, Star14681.
That is both items out of Desert. And that leads me more and more to it being
Ice Palace.
Yep.
He can do nothing in Turtle Rock right now.
Nope.
Because he does not have the hammer.
Right. Can't get into Turtle Rock. But he's going to check Ether first. And maybe Hera Basement. Actually, it makes more sense. He might as well... If he doesn't check Hera Basement now, he's never going to. And of course, Spike Cave out of logic without the hammer as well. You just see how hard movement is without the hammer. And as I said, if Sailor Jade finds it first, which is hopeful, for her sake, the only way she's gonna have an advantage. And if she went just Ice Palace now, but then that's asking a lot.
Yeah, and Dr. Marty is going to that basement.
Yep. And he'll take a quick coffee break.
Yeah, if he finds it here, he's gonna feel really behind.
He is. If she goes straight to Ice Palace now, I really think that would give her a huge advantage if the hammer happens to be there. Now remember, she did have a fire source when she went to Hera and decided not to do the basement, which also is a little questionable since she had it and she was already right there.
But it looks like Sailor Jade is going up the mountain.
So maybe she will do Hera basement also, which is just junk. All right, Ice Palace seems more and more likely.
They should have listened to you 45 minutes ago when they said go to Ice Palace.
The only reason I said that is because the seed gave you everything you needed to do ice to get there, and so like it just makes more sense to me. And that is exactly where Dr. Mario is going.
And Sailor Jade's checking Dark East Death Mountain since they forgot they had the Moon Pearl, so they didn't do those.
Yeah. Or he's going to do Ice Rod Cave first, and then go to Ice Palace.
Have we seen Ice Rod Cave from Sailor Jade?
I think so.
I thought it was just junk.
It was. I'm almost positive it was just junk. And in Sailor Jade's defense, this is not a bad choice. It's just the wrong choice for the seed, unfortunately for her.
Yeah, she would have remembered she had that Moon Pearl. She would have checked these a long time ago.
Yep. All right, Dr. Mario at 1 hour and 3 minutes. Going into Ice Palace.
Yeah. Chat's bringing up the point that the hook shot is still not launched.
Right. Well, that's why I mentioned going to Ice Palace earlier. And hopefully this is not all just for the lamp. Oh, there's the compass.
So it looks like we're going to see an icebreaker here. If Dr. Marty chooses to do so.
Looks like Sailor's going to pod. Again, a good choice. A lot of items are just not the right choice for this seed, unfortunately.
There's that icebreaker. And another bottle. So Dr. Marty will have to go the long way now.
Yep.
So we'll get these to see the Ice Palace bomb jump that we haven't really seen in a while.
No, it's so rare that the players are coming here without both hammer and lamp. Now, I don't think Dr. Mario checked the pedestal, so we still don't know what's there. I'm going to assume for now it's junk. So proven otherwise.
Chat pointed out it might have been unbeneficial for him to do that bomb jump because now he's going to have to take the long way around to check ice.
Yeah, that's also a little unfortunate for him.
And still a whole lot of nothing here. Other than the bottle.
Other than the bottle, so it's still 2 items left in this dungeon. And a key.
Yes, both items were found in question.
In desert, yeah.
So this has to be it, correct?
Yeah. This has to be flute or hammer. Yep, there it is. Just saying. And there is still one more item in this place, plus the green pendant. And you still don't have flute.
Well, this is lucky because now you can do...
Well, then, actually...
Or you could do green pendant, cold stare.
And I think that's what Dr. Mario's gonna do. Green pendant, cold stare. Now remember, there is one item upstairs that he missed because he didn't have the hammer yet. So, if cold stare doesn't have the item here, if he has a key, then it's gonna be a question: does he leave another item behind?
Gotta be careful. He's gonna use his potion. Okay.
Yeah, that's smart. And down goes cold stare. Does he have the flute? No, he does not, but that is all 3 items, though. And now we have the green pendant for item number 4. So, green pendant, Ice Palace, hard required in this seed for the hammer.
The thing is, he has everything for Turtle Rock now, but Turtle Rock is still not in logic.
No. Nope. No, not without the flute or the lamp. But now with the hammer, you have everything better now, and you have swamp and, you know, more places where the flute can be. So this seed is just terrible in so many ways.
So hopefully for Dr. Marty, the flute is in swamp here.
Yeah.
Because that would almost put him in go mode.
Correct.
I mean, I'm assuming he can do the dark room in Turtle Rock without the lantern.
And the dark rooms in Misery Mire. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, never mind. That's a little more difficult.
Yeah, but I'm not. I think he can do it because he certainly has proven today that he can do almost any dark room. So I don't think he's concerned.
He will need that key, though.
Yes. So far, what we know now is that you had to go to Ice Palace to find the hammer, and we still don't know where flute and lamp are to get to the hook shot to actually be able to finish this dungeon here. So this could still very well be a double dip. If the flute or the lamp are in here, then you had to go back up the Death Mountain to get the hook shot.
Oh boy. All by going into Ice Palace first.
Yep. Like I said, the game wanted you to do it early because they gave you everything that you needed. It's very similar to when I've seen Swamp Palace have progression in Siege, where they give you everything you need for Swamp Palace very early. You know, the swamp is to play, but
well, technically, Hookshot wouldn't have been in Logic.
Well, in this seed, yeah. So let's see what the Magic Bat has. Now we know it's not going to be the hammer, but if it's the flute, it could be a while before Dr. Mario gets back here. It is not.
Dr. Mario has shown us a great diver down there. So I'm trying to remember if that bombable wall had something, an item. Because either has 3 or 4 items. So what if Lamp is in left side swamp and Flute is in Pyramid Fair?
Oh, that's really nasty. Or it still could very well be on pedestal. It's still possible to have the flute on the pedestal.
Yeah.
And he's not going left side. Were there any items left? There must have been.
Chat was saying there are 2 items left.
Oh, that's dangerous, but I guess Dr. Mario is gonna decide that he's not going left side swamp.
He's going straight for 2
Yeah.
heart, looks like.
Hmm. And the longer and longer that Sailor Jade stays away from Ice Palace, the longer and longer she's going to be further and further behind, unfortunately, in this season. But I think after this, she won't have anywhere to go.
I mean, it could be on Sarashula too, correct?
Yeah,
Because we had Fire Rod so early.
Yep. So Hospital could have the flute or the lamp. And at this point, I don't even really know if the runners care about the lamp anymore. It's the flute that they need. And actually, they probably don't want to find the lamp.
And we do have Spike Cave and Hammer Pits to check now.
Yeah. Alright, Sailor J, where are you going next?
Go to Ice.
Yeah, go to Ice is right.
I don't know where she's going. She checked
Yeah.
Magic Bat already.
Did she not check the mirror spot?
Maybe.
On gate 43? Or she must have. Oh, she's going the very long way to Swamp.
Oh, true, because she doesn't have hammer. So she's going to check that first chest.
Yep, and not find the hammer. I think her only hope, and again, I'm not sure how it's going to work itself out here, but her only hope right now is to get the flute on left side swamp and for her to go to left side swamp immediately after getting the hammer.
We did not get all the items in Swamp Palace. Dr. Marty left 2 on left side / big chest.
Yeah, so she is going to check. She's not going to get the hammer, unfortunately, but she will then know that the answer is Ice Palace. And she probably feels incredibly far behind doing Aga also.
Dr. Marty's checking some Mimic Cave here.
Yep. So So heart container. We almost have the full 20 in this seed.
They might have them all by the time this is done.
They might. It's very possible. There's the lamp. All right, so now it's just a flute.
So, flute was your Death Mountain access.
Yep, absolutely. And it certainly could be Left Side Swamp. It could be in Sahashla's Green Pendant. And that now makes the pedestal fully in logic as well. With that lamp. So he's not going to find the flute here.
Yeah, so logically speaking, they wanted you to double to Turtle Rock.
Yep, absolutely. And of course, the last one had the key. All right, so Dr. Mario will be fighting Trinak. Very nicely done. Down goes Trinex.
And down he goes.
Oh, and Sailor really having trouble with this bomb jump now. She's got to be on her nerves at this point. Doesn't get it. Dr. Mario heading to Spike Cave.
Well, logically, it couldn't be here, right?
The flute? No. No, because the lamp was where it was, so I don't think so. I don't think there's gonna be anything here other than junk.
Sailor Jade's getting closer to their hammer.
And the other unfortunate part of doing Aga for Sailor Jade is that her light world is much more difficult than Dr. Mario.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing for her.
And she's about to get her hammer.
So, is she going to go to Cold Stare, or is she going to go try to find the other item upstairs. It looks like that.
So is this our flute? It is not. Alright, so now Dr. Mario will check Magic Bat.
So I'm guessing we're back to left side swamp or pyramid fair.
Yeah, I think that's basically it. And it looks like Dr. Mario is going to do... See which option he decides to do. And then and Sahashala with the green pendant. I think those are the only 3 locations left. Or Ped. Dr. Mario is going to do... Where is he going now? Oh, he forgot to buy the bomb. I think at an hour 27, when you find the hammer so late, you're like, wait, what have I done now? So,
this is true. It can't be pyramid because logically Hookshot was locked for swamp.
Oh yes, you are 100% right. So it's got to be left side swamp or Sahashala then, or the unfortunate that it is a pet seed. All right, so where does he go next?
And Sailor J takes down Gold Stair. Getting a green pendant.
He's going left side swamp. I think Sailor Jade's only hope now, and it would be a far hope, would be if the green pendant had the item she needed.
Yeah, that would be a very, very far hope.
Yeah, and with how close Dr. Mario is to Sahashala, I'm guessing that's his next stop. And if it's not there, he knows it's a pet seed. Oh wait, I don't think it can be a pet seed now that I think about it. I think it has to be here in left side swamp.
Yeah, because the lamp water.
Yep, because of the lamp and where it was. So my apologies.
So Dr. Marty has to take the long way here to get the key. mean, once you find it here, you have to feel like even further behind now.
Yeah, but he won't even realize how big of a lead he actually has.
Did he forgot to hit the crystal?
Wait, I hope not. Yeah, I think at this point, yeah,
He needs to hit the crystal.
Oh,
You have to
boy.
go back, Dr. Marty, hit the crystal.
We'll find out shortly.
He might get really lucky, though.
He might. As long as it's not on the right side. There it is.
Oh, luck, luck, luck.
So,
Well, at
1:31.
1 hour. Yeah, 1:31:47. Dr. Marty's in go mode.
So this seed is just terrible in every way possible.
Well, luckily for Sailor Jade, they are doing the diver down. I'm going to be doing full clearing swamp out.
Yeah, so they'll save a little bit of time, but it won't be enough. Especially since all Dr. Mario needs in Misery Mire is a small key and the big key. So just to recap what this seed wanted you to do. So you needed to go to Ice Palace to get the hammer, to go to Swamp Palace, get the flute, go back up, go to Turtle Rock, get the lamp, to get the hook shot. There we go. I think
That's correct.
Yeah, that's what the seed wanted you to do.
Will we have a God Mire?
I kind of hope so. And we do.
Oh, we do.
I wonder if we'll see any cool strats here from Dr. Mario or not. Nope.
Doesn't look like... Maybe. Oh, never mind. Gotta love your spoopy action.
Yep, spooky action glitch. When I first got to this boss in Swamp Palace as a kid, I'm like, why are they giving me a Patra so early in the game? I always thought he reminded me so much of Patra from the original Zelda.
Well, we might have dual explosions here. Oh, Almost.
We'll call Tool as close as Tool as we'll get. Both getting crystals in 2 totally different locations. And with that 7th crystal, Dr. Mario will now head all the way back up to GT, where he will need to find, out of the 22 locations, the big key. So, my dear friend, where is the big key going to be today?
Well, with the way the seed has been, I'm gonna say tile room.
Well, I'm going to go with number 6, but yeah, I would not be surprised if it was tile room. But if you want to take a guess in chat, go for it. Enter number between 1 and 22.
Yeah, we don't have the bot, so sadly it's not for points, but it's always fun to have fun.
You'll have our pride and joy for getting it correct. And actually, by Sailor finding the flute where she did, she's not going to have as many checks as Dr. Mario. She still has 2 dungeons to do, but she's going to get the Godmire. She knows she's in go mode, and as long as she can do Dark Room Misery Mire, she'll be fine. She's still going to be behind, but not as far behind as we thought.
You're gonna grab some potions.
I don't blame her for that either. You got plenty of money that you don't need. Burn a hole in your pocket.
And so Jade is gonna go to Misery Mire.
Yeah, that really makes the most sense.
Alright, Dr. Mario, let's see what we got here. Just 1, just 50 rupees. Just 2, a single rupee. Just a single key on the torch. What have we gotten? 4, 5, and 6. We have a small key, a cape for 5, 300 roops for 6, and 10 arrows for 7.
So if Dr. Mario wants now, he can go get the butter soap.
Another small key for number 8. I think that's going to be a hard pass.
Yeah, I'm just saying he could.
And we have a small key in number 9. Getting into random room. And number 10 has the big key.
So while Dr. Mario starts the ascent up GT, I just would like to point out that Sailor Jade is now into the dark rooms of Misery Mire. So this is a good reason why, and I'm not saying that people should or shouldn't do things their own way, but this is why you want to learn dark rooms or have maps if they're allowed, because to try to find the lamp where it was hidden in this seed is just beyond obnoxious. So, learning your dark rooms if you're gonna really race this game is a key.
And I just want to shout out to Zalachia, who is the first and only one to guess number 10. So you have all of my, and that's worth a lot.
Yeah, you have both of ours.
Lamp was in Turtle Rock Big Chest.
Yeah. All right, into the gauntlet goes Dr. Mario. Sailor taking a lot of damage, but making it through. Dark Rooms of Misery Mire.
Yeah, this is still something I need to work on a lot.
Yeah, there's no way I would try it myself, but it's a good reason for those of you who really want to, beef up your time to not have to look for that lamp.
And Dr. Marty's already to his Lamelas too, and they're gone, so...
She is very lucky she has the red mail.
Yes, and we're going into the most satisfying room of the gauntlet. It always just feels good to do that room.
Yep. Alright, so now Sailor will head back up the mountain for her last chance to go get GR and be on her way to GT.
Doing a little Potter Fairy here. And refill the magic and go into Troldorn 2. And no open validation chests.
Yeah, I was going to say Moldorm's last possessions will sit there as well.
And now it's time for a geometry lesson.
I was terrible at the end of geometry.
One there.
And one there.
Another one.
This is not a friendly Aga fight. Aga's not cooperating.
Ooh, a tour. Just one more shot now.
And just for viewers' reference, the longer that fight goes, the more the shadows will no longer appear at the same time Aga does.
And that's always fun.
Yes. Alright, Dr. Mario will now face off against Ganon.
Mori's making pretty quick work of the pig. Already into phase 2. Using some cape strats.
On to phase 3. And with Silvers, this fight will be very easy for him.
Oh no, silver is my one true weakness.
Misses Torch Clutch, but with Silvers, it's really not that. And down goes Ganon.
Let's get your GGs in for chat for Dr. Marty. And we'll get you the official time here in 1 second.
By 3 bridge.
There we go. And Dr. Marty is finishing first on our restream with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 49 seconds. Third overall. I think we'll get him in here shortly. But before Dr. Marty, we had 2 finishers. Gamachu finishing in first place with a time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 8 seconds. And where is my second place? Gem, second place finisher with 1 hour, 38 minutes, 22 seconds.
GG's to all. And we are joined by Mario. GG.
Hey guys, thanks very much. How did it look around?
So your thoughts on this seed, sir?
Yeah, let's unpack this seed.
Jeez, a lot to unpack. I suppose I locked into the ice road early, but then was unbelievably stupid and forgetting to go get that flute swamp. So, yeah, I had lucky parts and very unlucky parts there.
I mean, it was just cruel that they wanted you to go to Ice Palace, like, right away.
Yeah, and I was honestly very tempted after I did the icebreaker to just leave it, but then I thought, nah, logically the hammer probably could be in that side, so yeah. And then, yeah, I suppose logically you still had to go to Turtle Rock, get the lamp, then go back to Pod, get the ice rod. So it's just, it was all over the place, really.
Yeah, I had a feeling that with doing the old man in the mountain, that it was going to be hard to find that lamp at some point. And just that location where it was pretty trollish.
Yeah, true. Oh god, I didn't think about that. So that means the flute couldn't have been up in Turtle Rock. Ah. Damn it. Or was that realization 20 minutes ago?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it certainly your opponent forgot that she had the Moon Pearl and did AGA 1 for us.
Dear.
And yeah, so I forgot that the ice rod was in Pod. So theoretically, you had to first go to Ice Palace to get the hammer, to then go to Swamp to get the flute, to go up Death Mountain the first time, to go to Turtle Rock to get the lamp, to then go back and get the old man to finish. And then once you had the lamp, then you can get the ice rod.
Yeah, I think about half an hour and I just kind of said, screw the logic, I'm just gonna go this and, you know, work my way through. So I probably should have thought more about it.
Yeah, it's kind of dangerous to do that sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was kind of scared for him because you didn't have the fire rod going up to Hera the first time, but your opponent Sailor Jade did. And then she also left Hera Basement. So we're like, oh, what if it's something is there?
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose I was gambling on Hera to begin with because if I didn't have a fire source, then I didn't have the hook shot to. Oh my god, the hook shot was an old man. Oh god, so many things are falling into place now. Oh god, I'm so stupid. Give me a second here. I gotta bang my head against the wall.
Hey,
Yes.
Yeah, I can easily see how. Let's see in the SRL. Well, Gamachu was 15 minutes ahead, 13 minutes ahead, so I can easily see how that could have happened.
I mean, in your defense, this seed was just hard to follow logic to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I think going by what Gamma said, like he did have a little, well, what he said, logic can suck it. So clearly he went out of bounds too.
That's why I mentioned earlier in the stream to all those who are thinking about running this or not, learning how to do your dark rooms, learning how to not follow the logic could be in your benefit.
Could be, but then there are occasions where it can work against you too. So.
Yeah.
Ah well, still wasn't the worst seed ever played, so yeah. Just a shame that I didn't go to left side swamp that early time.
Yeah, we were like, there's still 2 items over there, and then you forgot to hit the crystal. So we were like, oh, please let it be in that first chest.
Oh, I forgot to hit the crystal too.
You did.
Wow, I'm sorry guys, I swear I can be better than this.
It's all good.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Well, hopefully it was at least entertaining for you guys.
I mean, Rando is always entertaining. Except when you're playing it sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, but I still take getting screwed over in open mode than getting screwed over in the likes of Key Sanity. Then you really start hating life.
Well, I feel like that if this was Key Sanity, it would have been a little more logical.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't think you would have had the intense progression chain here.
Yeah, true. Okay, it'd be worse if it was cross keys then. How about that?
Okay, there you go. That works for me. I don't even attempt cross keys, so.
I think you're smarter for it, to be honest. I sometimes enjoy it, then I play one, then I don't enjoy for a few days.
Yeah, my first cross keys took me over 4 hours, so I was like, yeah, this was fun once, okay.
I think my first cross keys, well, the first couple, I did it without trackers and didn't even finish because I just couldn't. Kept getting lost.
Yeah, it's not fun without a tracker.
Certainly. But anyway, I gotta bounce, guys. So thanks very much for the restream and for the commentary, and yeah, hope you all enjoyed the show.
Yeah, we enjoyed watching it, and we want to remind everyone that's still watching that give Dr. Marty a follow, and as well as our other feature runner, Sailor Jade, who is just about to get her Ganon Tower.
Alright, thanks guys. Chat to you next time.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks, GG's.
GG's.
I'm wondering what she was possibly looking for there.
I don't know. Because she knew where the last sword was.
Right.
And already have silvers.
Yeah.
Maybe a bomb. But I don't know why you would need a bomb, other than...
You only need one more, I think. Right? One more, I think. So there were only I believe it's 20 heart pieces. So there were 2 heart pieces left and 1 heart container by the look of Dr. Marty's tracker.
Nope. So, just a sidebar, thinking on logic now, especially with the new logic, with the fire rod, I don't think you needed the lamp to get the ice rod in pod.
Oh, true that. Yes, you are right. You don't need the...
Because I think
Right, 'cause
that
you-
room, you have the fire rod, and you can...
And actually doing that U shape isn't that terrible anyway, even without the fire rod. But yes, the fire rod puts all that in logic. Which, when I did my first commentary, I learned the hard way. When I was commentating, I don't remember with who, and I kept saying, they can't go there, they don't have the lamp. And then all of a sudden they had fire rod. I'm like, wait, why is it? Burned a bridge in my head that they could do that. So... Sailor Jade having a little bit of trouble here with land moles too. Got at least have 4 arrows left. And
now we get to look at her most satisfying rooms. And goodbye, Wizards.
the wizards in this game are nowhere near as hard as the original Legend of Zelda.
I agree.
I would just like to point that out, especially the blue ones.
See, I don't think when I was a kid playing this vanilla that I would realize to do that.
Oh, I never did. I didn't until randomizer. Until I saw people doing
I mean,
it.
there are
like
so
that.
many things that thinking back, I didn't know. I didn't know you could do Aghanim sword balls back with the sword. I always used the bug.
And what's really funny is I always use the sword, didn't know the bug net did anything.
And while we're waiting for Sailor J to finish, we did have another racer finish. Stag finished in 4th place with a time of 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 53 seconds. And I know what you're thinking. Sailor Jade hasn't gotten to that time yet, but it's because there's a...
Just about up to her geometry test.
Let's see if she can do better than Dr. Marty.
Or no.
So far, we're par for the course. That's unfortunate to spawn that energy ball there.
And down goes Aga.
We feel your pain, Sailor Jade. We feel your pain.
Yeah, this has not been an easy seat for her. Again, doing Aga I obviously don't think that was the difference in this seed, but and with how many times she had to go up the mountain because she didn't think she had the moon pearl, etc. So, but again, hats off to her doing Aga 1 without the lamp. Because that is not an easy thing to do. On to phase number 2. Just about to phase number 4. And with silvers, it's really not a big deal to not have the torch glitch.
Yeah, not a big deal, but it's always nice to get it.
It's nice to practice getting it, but you don't need it the way you do if it's like Master Sword Silverless.
True, but you always get that feels good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now let's
All
get
right,
your
so that's
GG's in.
big for Sailor Jade. We'll get her official time in just a sec, but all she has to do is cross that little 1x3 bridge, and she will complete this seed.
And she finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours and 3 minutes even. 5th place.
Gonna get your GGs in chat. We'll see if she decides to join us for an interview. I would not be surprised if she decides to decline.
I mean, I would be a little salty after the seed.
Yeah. But these type of seeds that, where you make mistakes like that, they only make you better. Whatever you can learn from a seed like this, you try to learn from. And while we have time, while we're waiting to see if she decides to join us, please give both of our runners, Dr. Mario and Sailor Jade, a follow. They've put on an amazing show this afternoon for all of you guys, and as well as our tracker here today, Stir 1468, as well as my co-commentator, Soko 2044. And if you care to give me a follow, that'd be awesome. Also,
Yeah, big shout out to Star because she is the behind the scenes doing everything you're seeing down there underneath. So
exactly, making sure we know what
the unsung hero.
All right, we are joined by Sailor Jade. GG's.
GG.
So let's unpack that seed.
Where did I miss tracking the moon pearl at?
I don't know. We were wondering what you were doing, and then our tracker said that you didn't have it tracked on your tracker. And we're like, oh.
Yeah, I don't even remember where I picked it up.
It was in the well. Yeah.
I started using a tracker to prevent mistakes like that, but trackers are only as good as you seeing the item.
True, but I mean, everyone makes mistakes, and you'll learn from it.
Yeah, kind of interesting. I like going into Palace of Darkness and finding all the goodies there.
Yeah, especially without the lamp, which was in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and I'd like to give you a big shout out and congratulations, because doing Aga in the dark is no easy task,
As well as the Meyer Dark Rooms.
and the Maya rooms as well.
Meyer Dark Rooms I'd done before. That was the first time I ever went in to do Aga without the.
But yeah, the progression in the scene, wanting you to go to Ice Palace right away to get the hammer.
Yeah, that's not fair. Ice Palace has been my bane recently.
And especially, they even gave you the Cane of Samaria too. So you wanted to do Icebreaker, but then you would get Icebreaker, or you would get Kilo. So then you still had to make your way down to Ice Tea Room to get that hammer.
Well, that's good to know that not being able to do Icebreaker didn't hurt me too bad, but I have not been able to master that technique yet. I keep messing up on the one.
Well, that did help you save some time at least. But yeah, do you have anything you want to say about that?
Nope, just hope that when I do the ladder race tonight that I don't miss an item.
You won't this time. Now that you did today.
Yeah, you got it out of your system, so when you do your ladder race later,
Yeah, you'll double think it every time now.
I'm sure I will.
But I'm trying to think. There was something we wanted to ask you.
I want to know what made you decide to do Aga without the lamp.
I knew Dark Cross was in logic with just Fire Rod, but I could not remember if Aga was considered in logic with just Fire Rod. And since I exhausted everything else and I didn't think to look at my inventory, I was like, maybe I'm meant to do Aga here, and it's.
Well, it was a learning experience. And I don't know how many times you've been restreamed before. Have you been restreamed recently?
Yeah, a few times.
Because I remember a couple of people in chat were saying that you seemed like a new face, so they were happy about it.
Back when the tournament started becoming big, I think 2018, I was restreamed a few times and I was in some of the tournaments. But then I kind of had to take a break for a while due to work, and I'm just getting back into it since I'm not working at.
Gotcha. You gotta love IRL.
Yes, definitely.
Don't have anything else. I think we should wrap her up. So, do you have anything else to say, Nitro?
Nope. I think I'm good.
I learned that if you said go to Ice Palace, I'm going to listen to you.
Well,
and then the answer won't be
next time. Well, I had just said at the beginning of the race that because the last time Sokol and I calmed a race like this, he said to go to Misery. There'll be something in Misery Mire. So it seemed like you guys got the Ice Palace care package very early in the game, with exception to the hammer. So I was just like, well, maybe an early trip into Ice Palace and now at 20 or 30 minutes wouldn't be a bad idea. And
I think it was even earlier than that.
It might have been even earlier than that. And so in this seat, it would have worked.
So yeah, in my instinct when I'm doing my next race, if I hear you saying something like that, I'm going to.
Well, I guess if you're racing, you won't hear me.
Well,
you can think
in my head. But with that, let's once again, one last reminder to follow both our feature runners, Dr. Marty and Sailor Jade. and as well as our tracker today, Star, and myself, Soko2044, and my co-com Nitro 6003.
Yeah.
So, anything else to say?
Nope.
Well, wrapping it up here. I hope everyone else stays safe out there and make all your seeds be untrolling.
Have a good
Unlike this one.